Okay, hour of Devastation, pre-release time. It's 10:30 and I'm just getting ready. I had to take a nap today. It was kind of a late last night. In terms of what I'm bringing, not much has really changed. I mean, I'm bringing my own deck box this time because it's, you know, when four people have their decks on the table and everyone has it in the same pre-release box, it can get kind of tricky. So I decided I'll just bring my own deck box. I've got my sleeves. I've got my pre-sleeved lands. I've got dice, playmat, pen, and paper for keeping score. And then another different thing is this time I'm bringing a bunch of these tokens, these exerted tokens or bricks or whatever you need. I thought it wouldn't be that big of a deal during Amonkhet pre-release, but it's actually really annoying to kind of keep up with what was exerted and what wasn't exerted. And if you didn't use those little tickets, it was like you had to use a shred of paper, that a sneeze would blow off. So it's just not ideal. Here's Colt, little guy. Hey, little guy. Yeah, little guy. And there's Ducky Doodles being naughty. Hey, you little turd. Boop, get down. Alright, so we'll see how the night goes. As with always, any pre-release, it's all about what you open. So let's hope I open well, and let's hope all of you open well, with the key point with any pre-release, just about having fun. It's time to go. That pre-release though. It's usually always like this. I leave, neighborhood's asleep, very much so. It's not that late, but you know, my neighborhood is kind of older. But when I get back, most people are actually getting up. Now the reason I like these premium pre-releases is like they're 3 rounds max. So I get to play my Magic, and to be honest, I actually am going out of town on Saturday. I might go to the All-Star game on Monday too in Miami. So kind of once I get one match lost tonight, I'm gonna drop. That's kind of a dick move, but I have a lot to do tomorrow, and I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. It is what it is. Time is money, right? So we'll see. We'll see how we open. It's foggy, very foggy.
This is Rhythm Lab Radio with DJ Tariq.
Yo, you're tuned in.
Very foggy, very hot.
Radio here on 88.9. Presented by Radio Milwaukee's Rhythm Lab Radio.
Road's kind of smoky. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera.
We're gonna spin some jams for the next hour.
We got
the music, homies, etc.
About an hour till I have to actually head to the LGS. So I'm gonna stop by and shoot some pool
Open your ears. Recline.
with some friendos. Very little pool, maybe 2 games.
Kick it off with Von Alexander, the homie. Or Pray For Me.
Depends.
Vibe out, y'all. It's no life radio.
Running late as usual. We'll see how I should make it right on time. No prep time, just get my card, sit down, and hope for the best. But for now, we drive. Cutting it close, cutting it very close. ETA about 2 minutes. 5 minutes to spare. We're at historic Gerke's Corners in Brookfield. We'll probably technically Waukesha, I'm not sure, Wisconsin. want to open. I want to open well, though. We'll see. I'm gonna play my lands up front, though, for Travis, because, you know, magic for bad. My first job out of college was actually right here, Hall Volkswagen Mazda. They ran all their internet department. It's a fine job. Car sales not for the weak-hearted, though. I didn't really sell anything. I set up appointments, but in a lot of ways I pioneered the way internet departments work in dealerships around here, because I was the first one to set up a business development center, which was just two good-looking girls setting up phone appointments and calling customers. Worked great to get them to show up, but if your salespeople were shite, it didn't matter, which was the case most of the time for me. Again, this is a premium event, so, or like a high roller, so to speak. So like 15 people is a lot. It looks like pretty packed, actually. I'm also getting here a minute before it starts, literally, so this should be everyone. Oh, this is all bike parking, that's annoying. Damn you motorcycles. Motorcycles. Right on time. Something's... Oh. Car charger's stuck to me. All stuck to my phone. Get my bag. Let's do this. They usually have, they call it a buffet, but really it's just greasy delivery pizza, but I already ate. I don't think eating a big meal while you play Magic is smart anyway.
Basic lands are on top of the card catalog. Did you get the rear? In between rounds, after you're done, you can come up and take your map. Then the next round, you're on top of your round.
I don't know what that is. All right, yo, 88. Oh, of course you gotta get it. Good.
My parents' house and like what's in my old closet for the first time in a really long time.
Actually, the first time I've opened a pack with 3 cartouches in it.
I actually did that twice, not during the pre-order. I don't think it can be just like pure accident.
Yeah, it happened to me in the pre-release for Amacat. Yeah. It was the first pack I opened too, and I was like, that's weird.
That was thing earlier, like the first, you first pack I opened. Most
Go about 12:55, turn here and go off. Just a heads up for everybody. Right around 12:55.
That's cool.
All right, definitely going to be an early night tonight. No really on-color rares, and I pulled 2 of the rares that I said like I wouldn't play because they're trash, and I'm playing them because my pool is kind of weak. I've got the red one that does damage equal to the converted mana cost, you know, it gets counters, but the only problem is I had to play extra 1-drops to make sure that I got past one. Like, you play that enchantment, and if you don't have any 1-drops, it never works. So I played red, white, aggro, 16 lands, like 4 1-drops to ensure that that thing turns on, because if it turns on with 2-drops, every time I cast a 2-drop, it's another 2 damage to the opponent. So I figured incrementally that's probably good, especially when I get stifled late game, like turn 5 when the opponent, you know, stabilizes. I've got 14 damage in direct damage, so I've got 2 Inferno Jets, and then the one that does 6, and then I've got the Red Desert. So that's 6, and 6 is 12, and 2 is 14. So it's like, I think I can win the long game even if I get stalled out on the board, I can just direct damage them. Now, I was looking at the cards, there seems to be a lot of life gain, and if there's a lot of life gain against me, I'm not winning that game either. So, you know, the deck is a B- in my opinion, but we'll see. Not super pumped up about it, but it's a huge crowd in there tonight for the high roller. Like, we're packed house. There's like 26 people. Overall, I'm happy to see them do good. Shout out Game Universe in Brookfield, or TK Games in Menominee Falls. I like to go there too, but I go to this one just because they have the high roller thing and I can get out of here by 2 o'clock, 2:30. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to keep some sketchy keeps, and I'm gonna have to get in early and get in often and rely on my burn to win the game. So we'll see. Well, I guess I'll report back. Okay, well, I'm actually 2-0 right now with this jank deck, and the whole reason I play these is if you can get to 2-0 and your opponent, when you're both 2-0, is willing to split, you leave with like 20 packs, which would be awesome for you guys because I would open all those probably tomorrow. But again, I've run into people that don't want to split, and even though I get salty about it, it's their right to not split. So I just lived the dream with that red burn enchantment. Came in with 1 counter, played a 1-drop, got to 2, played a 2-drop. Opponent's next step, I flashed in a 3-drop, so I hit him for 1, 2, then 3 with the burn, and then burned him out with 6 to the face. So the deck worked exactly like I expected it to. It was like, you know, living the dream, so to speak. But, you know, that one was a quick 2-0 match, and I'm hoping that my next opponent is willing to split so we can both walk with a cool 20 packs, and I can get home before too late and maybe edit this vlog together. If not, I'll go to bed because I have a long day tomorrow and put out the vlog on maybe Sunday or something when I edit it when I get back on Monday. So I hope you're having fun. This block seems really powerful. Really, really powerful set. And limited seems like it's gonna be pretty fun. Well, bad beats. Not really bad beats, but opponent did not want to split, and I know why now. His deck was absurd. 2 gods, double deem worthy. His deck was basically kill everything on the board till you can play your Locust God, which is basically unbeatable without a cast out. And then he had another god, and then when he played his second god, I just conceded because, I mean, I'll take my punishment, but. So I lost to a good player with a good deck, right? That's how you put it. I don't shit on people for like opening well. It's not his fault that he opened well. I'm not one of those shitty like people that's like, oh, duh, you know, you opened a god pool, so that's why you beat me. I mean, he was a good player. I mean, you can't be a shite player and then also just like You can't be a shite player and open a good pool and go undefeated. You can suck out a few times, but you still have to know how to play. This set seems very powerful. I think red-white's still going to be the best draft archetype in this. Red and white only got better, and I don't see much in other sets in any other colors to really disrupt them. Sealed is a different ball game. Obviously, you're playing your bombs, and you know, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, you know, what can you do? I mean, you play against double God deck. I mean, it wasn't even just double God deck. It was like double God deck. He built a great deck. Double God deck. Every card that he wasn't a god had cycling. Basically, he was playing cards in his deck that were off color just for cycling. He was smart. He built a good deck. You know, I mean, just to get to those gods are too powerful and limited. They're like worse. They're more annoying than the other gods. Because at least the other gods, you could kind of do stuff to control whether or not they could attack you. But these things can just attack you immediately, and then you can't even use most removal on them because they just bounce back to your hand. So I'd have to say those gods, in my opinion, are a little OP. You know, maybe not. But I mean, in a deck without something that exiles it, you just lose. I mean, what are you gonna block with? It's a 4/4. You know, like, it's essentially indestructible because it just bounces back to their hand. Don't like them. Too powerful. I thought the other gods were okay, but these new gods seem really pushed to me. In limited. Now, if I had like a final reward or something in black, yeah, I could take care of it, easy peasy. Or a cast out. But cast out's uncommon, and final reward is only in one color. I suppose if you had something like a big green fatty, you could block. Big green fatty would be okay to block it down, but disappointed I wasn't somebody who wanted to split, but that's not his fault, right? So after seeing his deck, I wouldn't have split either. But I'm going home at looks like 3 o'clock. Probably gonna go straight to bed. So I can get up. I've got to get up and drive to a place in Wisconsin called House on the Rock tomorrow. And then maybe I'll do a Sunday pre-release. If I do a Sunday pre-release, I'll tack it onto this vlog. If I don't, then obviously I won't. When I get home, I'll show you my deck and give you an idea of what I was working with. It was basic, boring red-white, but it was good enough. Just not good enough to beat double, triple mythics, you know? So I hope you all have fun at your pre-release, and I hope you're traveling safe, and I'm gonna put this thing down and travel safe myself. Welcome, crew. Little guy. Pooper. I see you, Docky. All right, let's go through my mediocre deck. Pretty standard. You know, I played some 1-drops, and maybe I normally wouldn't have, but my pool wasn't that great. There are my 2-drops. Firebrand Archer is very good, in my opinion. Solitary Camel. I did have a desert, a couple of Sandblasts to protect myself. This is the card, Imminent Doom. I wouldn't normally have played, but it did win me 2 games out of 6. It's very powerful. I played kind of a burn deck because I had multiple copies of Open Fire. I had 2 Open Fires. I had Inferno Jet, so that's 12 direct damage right there. And then the Desert is 14. So I had 14 direct damage in my deck. So I was like, okay, get a little bit of damage in early, try to finish him off. I mean, if the Imminent Doom did work, that would be great, but it wouldn't necessarily be required. I just couldn't beat like absurd mythic decks. I did in a raffle win a foil full art land, which is pretty cool. a deck box, a playmat. I bought the Planeswalker decks to review for you guys. Being that I finished 2 in 1, I got 1 whole pack. He got a box, I got a pack. And then you could get $16 in store credit or a grab bag. Let's open the pack because why not? What do we got? Torment of Hellfire. Pretty strong. I feel like, yeah, that's going to be a good card. Red Black, like Burn, is going to be pretty good. This is like a $20 grab bag. You never really know what's in them. Obviously, you know, it's made for them to make money. So here's a Shadows over Innistrad 4-in pack. A Necroamoeba. A foil Think Twice. An Emeria, the Sky Ruin. Gav, Guru of Spores. I mean, is it $20 worth of stuff? Probably, but it's just jank. For some people, maybe. I mean, some of these you would hit, I suppose, but it was either that or $16 in store credit. $16 in store credit, but I don't really buy anything from that store very often. I just attend pre-release, so I just took that, and then maybe we'll open that pack on stream or something. Overall, it was a good time. I'm gonna go hit the hay. I hope you had fun at your pre-release. Talk to you again later.